You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Rudrance for Black and White Sports 2. Well, we're going to talk about Joe Rogan because he has come out and he is slamming the hypocrisy of this Brittney Griner situation and pointing out a simple fact. All these MFers are banging the drum to get Brittney Griner back home. Why? Because she's a GD basketball player? Are you kidding me? When we have how many people in this very country locked up for marijuana? I mean, it's utterly ridiculous. Of course, he's an advocate for the plant. Look, I know Joe's got a blind spot for Trump. I'm fine with that. I don't have to agree with everybody I consume. He has very interesting people on his channel, like Jordan Peterson, and a lot of fitness people involved with UFC. And I'm interested in his content. He knows what questions to ask to keep me tuned in. He's got the #1 podcast in the country. So we're going to get to this because Joe Rogan, I mean, it's no holds barred here. I mean, he really goes all in on the fact that she can shoot a basketball, okay? And I get what he's trying to say right here. And I'm going to be honest, by hypocrisy, he has slammed Joe Biden in the past. He's got to be talking about, in part, our own government and the entire wrongfully detained thing. This is Breitbart. Popular podcaster Joe Rogan recently questioned the outrage over the 9.5-year prison term WNBA star Brittney Griner got in Russia when there are thousands of Americans in jail for similar pot-related offenses. Joe Rogan stressed that the only difference between Griner and thousands of Americans jailed in the U.S. for similar offenses is that she's in Russia and she can shoot a basketball. Rogan recapped how Griner got arrested, but then he got to the crux of his point. Wow, let's take a look at this. This is pretty good.
Brittney Griner is imprisoned right now in Russia because she went over there to play basketball and she had cannabis oil or vape shit cartridges that she had on her. Yeah, I don't know if she just didn't know they were illegal or if she tried to sneak them in. And they've got her arrested. It's against the law, and she might do 10 years in jail over there, which is fucking horrific.
But let's also clarify.
She's already been over there for months. But here's what's important. But hold on. Yeah. People are freaking out about this, right? They're freaking out. Russia needs to let her go. We have people in America right now locked up for marijuana, and they've been locked up for fucking years. For years and years and years. And there's not one. There's thousands of them. So what, they're not good at throwing a fucking ball into a net? Is that what it is? They're not good at that one thing that we like to watch?
Oh, dude.
So those fucking people don't get let out?
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. And to be honest with you, Joe, it's the WNBA. Nobody's watching that crap. Trust me, I saw the ratings. That's a video that's coming. The ratings are terrible. They're terrible. Rogan has addressed the Griner prison sentence several times. On August 3rd, for instance, he called the 9.5-year sentence horrific and added no one should be in jail for weed. However, later in the podcast, he said Griner, quote, broke the rules and that she can, quote, deal with the consequences. The reaction to Rogan's stance on those in prison for U.S. possession of pot was varied. Some out there are the very people in jail for the U.S. just for possession. I don't give a shit about the reaction. They go through about 4 tweets there. But the point is, Joe's right. I mean, you don't have Biden, you don't have Kamala Harris, you don't have Sheila Jackson Lee, you don't have all these other Ted Cruz. I'm just going to keep it real. You don't have Ted Cruz signing a bipartisan resolution with a bunch of Democratic senators. I mean, a bunch of senators all signed the dotted line, virtue signaling, trying to get Brittney Griner home. You don't have none of that happening for the people that are locked up in this country for the same kind of thing. I mean, look, Shumpert, the NBA player, just got locked up going through an airport. He's in very serious trouble. Where is Joe Biden commenting on that, talking about how horrific that is and how unjust that is? What is the deal there? I'm going to keep it real. Honestly, and this is being, peel back the curtain, she is getting privilege because she is black and she's part of the alphabet community. I'm keeping it honest right now. Kwame Brown, I heard him just one little sentence yesterday say, if this was a man, nobody would give a fuck. I mean, he just come right out and said it. This is a thing. She's going to end up getting out in a prisoner swap that nobody else would get that kind of consideration for. Plain and simple. She is getting privilege because she's part of the wildly progressive wing of the Democratic Party that voted for that decrepit old corpse that's in damn office right now. Let's be real. Let's be blatantly real. I got to give Joe Rogan credit. He's one of these guys, he's got a blind spot for Trump, kind of like Bill Maher, but then like 50% of everything they say is on the conservative side, and he says, whoa, I'm not conservative. I'm not conservative, even though I'll vote for DeSantis if he'll run. But, I mean, you know, I'm just keeping it real there. Isn't that weird? But it is what it is. I don't need an echo chamber, and I don't give a damn who Joe Rogan votes for. I can still consume him, and I can keep my vote over here. When I get in the booth, I'll still check Trump, and everybody can go on with life. Got a damn good podcast regardless, and he's absolutely right. The hypocrisy from everybody on this Brittney Griner thing, it's appalling. It's appalling. Tell me what you think, black and white sports 2 fans. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.